This one's about getting the colour balance right. Hi, you've probably noticed that my colour isn't looking too good today and I'm looking a bit more ill than I normally do, and that's because the white balance has been set for incandescent lights, so I'm looking a bit sickly blue, and also the walls and everything look a bit weird and it just doesn't look right. Now, setting the white balance is crucial to getting a good picture with video, so I'm going to now set it to the correct white balance. So here we go. I'm going to go to my camera and I'm going to set it to a white balance that hopefully is a little bit better. And ta-ra, I've been fixed. I'm not so ill now. Now what I've done is I've set a custom white balance by using a grey card, and I'm going to show you how to do that on this camera, the AX53. Just to show you the difference, this is a custom white balance. Now if I reset it, I'm now resetting it to auto. Now I don't know if you noticed there, when I set it to auto, it's not bad, it's not made a bad guess, but the camera's sort of got it right, but maybe the colour has changed just slightly, and it's not bad. It's a good thing if you're in a hurry, basically. If I set it to the next one, the next one is called daylight. Now on daylight setting, it looks like that, which again is not bad. My lamps are set to kind of like a daylight colour, so hopefully it's sort of right anyway. And if I set it to a bulb, a tungsten bulb, let's see, get back to that white balance and the tungsten bulb. Now I've gone back to looking sick again. So you can see this white balance is a thing that needs to be done. Actually, if you get the white balance really, really well, right on, you get good colour overall in the whole picture, especially if you make sure that you don't overblow your highlights. Pull it down so that nothing blows out and get that white balance right and you'll be there. So if I go back, this is my custom white balance, which I took from a grey card, and I'm back to normal again, hopefully. Yeah, it's still going. So I'm going to show you how to get this thing to give you the correct colours by using a grey card. And by the way, the grey card is the cheapest method. These other things that you can get on the internet, like these little discs and things, they cost quite a bit of money. Just use a grey card. Or if you don't want to buy anything, use a piece of white paper. Seriously, you don't have to pay a lot of money. The handy thing about a piece of white paper is you can go out filming, put it in your pocket, bring it out, take a white balance, and off you go for the rest of the day. And it costs you nothing. So you don't have to go onto the internet and start buying these fancy little discs that you point at the lights, or the discs that you just generally take a shot of the thing and it does an average for you. Don't do that. It costs money. Just use a grey card if you want to spend money, or use a piece of white paper. You can use, with this camera at least, you can use white or grey. So I'm going to show you now how to do that. If this is showing on my camera that it's a bit too blue, there is a reason for it, because the white balance is actually set incorrectly. So what you do is you go to menu, which is up there, and you go to camera stroke mic, which is there. And at the top there, you can see white balance. Of course, you can go up and down until you find white balance, and you click on there. Now I can't do this quite so easily when I'm at a funny angle. Now you can see it's now lit up to there. Look, it's on the indoor, so everything should look on screen. I'm hoping, unless my other camera is correcting it, that everything looks a bit blue. Now I could go to auto white balance, which brings everything back again. It's also a little bit burnt out, but not to worry. And that would mean that if I go into an area with a lot of green, it might change the white balance, or a lot of yellow, it'll change the white balance a bit bluer or something. So I could do that. But what I would do is I would set it so that I've got it on daylight if I was in a hurry. Now daylight is when it's sunny, and if that didn't work and that was no good for me and I didn't like it too much, I'd go to setting the white balance there. Now that's the white balance setting where you have to use a grey card or a white card. So you get the card, which I've got here, and I'm going to use not the white one, I'm going to use the grey one, because very often I find the grey one is gives a slightly warmer colour, and you get it to fill the screen. So if I get it there to fill the screen with the light on it as well, and then I go to this bit here that says set. So you press set, and there you are. It now says set, that's done. And then you go back there to OK, and you're now You've now got the right balance. You have to make sure that the light that you're using is shining onto the white or the grey card in order to get the white balance right. And that's basically how you fix the white balance. And that way, if you leave it like that, the colours will stay the same throughout all of your shots. This is a shot of the wall. And if you look at it, don't look at the junk because it's not been cleared up yet, but it's a shot of the wall, and I've chosen it on purpose because for all intents and purposes, on this shot, the wall actually does look like it's white. Now, I've set the white balance to automatic, and what it's done is it's seen all the colour that's in front of it, and it's adjusted for the colour. So it's adjusted the colour of my wall to look white. In fact, the wall isn't white, it's actually yellow. It's slightly off yellow white. So what would you call that? I don't know. Slightly yellow. I think it was called primrose or something. I don't know. So if I go into my white balance now, while I'm filming, I'm hoping that this will work while I'm talking, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to alter the white balance while I'm filming. Now I've got the side window is open, the curtains are open, so I've got daylight coming in. So I'm now going to switch this to daylight setting. Now you can see that the daylight setting has it set as very yellow, and it's gone slightly different colour. And just check that out. Here's the automatic. That's what the automatic thinks the correct white balance is. It doesn't look bad, and actually it doesn't look bad if I take my picture in front of the lens as well, but you know, of my skin. But it does put a slightly bluer tint on it because my wall is actually that colour. It's yellow. If I go to the indoor iridescent, the lamp, it'll go worse because now it's gone blue, because light bulbs are very orange. So the picture's gone blue. In other words, if there was a lot of orange light flooding over the wall, the blue would turn it back to white. Then I've got the custom white balance, and this is the custom white balance which I've taken from a white card. Actually, it was a grey card I used this time again. And you can see it's gone back to yellow. Now, of all of the pictures that gives the correct colour, that is the most accurate. I'll go to the daylight. Here's the daylight. You can see it's slightly more yellow. Now I go to the one where I've done the colour correction myself with the grey card. And you'll see now it's gone back to the colour that the wall actually is. Now, once you've got the wall to the kind of right colour, just this, the colour of this wall, all I can say is it's just slightly yellow from white. It's not dark yellow. So that's, if you now stand in front of the camera and you take a picture of yourself with your skin tone to have a look at that, you'll find your skin tone will be much more accurate using this method, the manual method, than using any of the others. The others are an approximation. So basically, if I'm going into this and I say, okay, I'm in a hurry and the sun's out, then I'll set it to that one because it's an approximation of daylight at a certain time. If I've got light bulbs on in the house, then I can go to that one and say that's an approximation of a light bulb. Probably can correct it anyway in post. This is the white balance auto, and in auto it sends it right to white. And you can also see the colour of the chair is slightly different as well. And this is the manual white balance using the method I've shown you. And you can see now the chair is slightly more yellowy, and so is the wall. But that actually is the colour in this room. I hope this has been useful to you. And honestly, if you want really good video picture, getting the white balance right and making sure that things don't get blown out is a great step towards much better video picture. So hopefully this was useful to you if you're looking how to do it on an AX53, the Sony AX53. It's dead easy, it's really quick, and I do it all the time when I take video, because once you get that color right, everyone just relaxes and watches the video and stops worrying about what's wrong with your video. They just watch what's going on. It's really important. So hope it was useful to you, and I hope to see you next time. Cheers for now.